I'm King Gerald Jones, and welcome to another episode of 1000 Bodies Podcast. Today, I'm going to be treating you guys with another story. As you know, through my experiences of 1,000+ women that I've slept with, we have the body bowl. Inside of the body bowl is a list of names. Some I remember, some I don't, but they're experiences of women that I slept with. So, in today's episode, we're going to start off with body talk. Body talk is where viewers ask me questions, make comments, and I only read one because we have a long. I can't read them all, so we only do one a day, so I can get right to the body bowl, and we can talk about the experience or the story with one of the women that I slept with. So today on body talk, we have a question. We have a question that states, I have another question, King Gerald Jones. You mentioned in Body Talk that you went to San Pedro to bash, then dash, but later stated you were willing to spend the night with the girl that lived in LA. What was the difference? Did you feel a different connection with the LA girl? Was the conversation leading to the meetup different with each girl? I need details, LOL. Now, although this does seem like a intricate question and it seems like it should be full of details, and basically you were asking, why was I going to spend a night with the girl who had the guy pop in on us versus the girl that stayed in San Pedro? Simple answer, it was just how I was feeling that day. I will say the girl in LA lived closer to me, so maybe I was more familiar, but for the most part, and I'm gonna keep it real simple, real brief, real manly, I was just feeling like staying that day. The girl, in honesty, the girl did look better. That could have swayed my reason, but just thinking, for the most part, it was just how I was feeling that particular day. I might have been feeling extra freaky. I might have been tired and wanted to just, or might wanted to get rubbed, or it was just it wasn't really answering your question. Yeah, there was a difference. There was a difference physically, as far as connection wise. Um, it it was what it was. It was the same thing. Of course, there were different details and different conversations when I was talking to the girl in LA and versus the girl in San Pedro, but that could have easily been swapped out. That was no reason for me to stay. It was just how I was feeling for no particular reason. But yeah, the girl did look better. Was the conversation different? Possibly, but just to keep it, on surface, there really was no deep rooted reason for me to spend a night versus not spend a night over old girl house. Maybe it was something that I really wasn't thinking about at the moment, and maybe I probably need to reflect now because this is what this one of the reasons why I'm doing this show is to reflect, and maybe it was something that the girl in LA said. So to answer your question, maybe it was some differences, but on the surface level, just thinking in my frame of mind at that moment, it really wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. I can tell you this: it wasn't nothing deep. It wasn't nothing deep like, oh my God, I have such this connection with this girl. It definitely wasn't that. Now, it may have been maybe more laughter or more fun, or maybe so, but nothing deep, nothing, not a deeper connection than the other. Maybe surface level, yeah, but nothing deep. So that was Body Talk with King Gerald Jones. I hope I answered your question. Make sure you guys write, email, DM, text, whatever you guys want to do. And I'll answer just one because we want to get to the body bowl. And that's exactly what we're going to do is get right to the body bowl where I pick the names. And I tell you a story about the situation. So we're going to go do I got to close my eyes and fiddle. So you guys I hope y'all can see my fingers. I'm not looking. We got a green ticket. Green 353. So let me look that up and see what that brings about. Okay, 353. There's no story to tell, but I do have something to say. With this particular girl, And I've seen this 3 times. I've seen this 3 times on this particular girl when it was no story to tell, but just when we got to the sex part. And I've seen this with 3 other women. Make sure, women, ladies, you're not picking your butt. You're not picking your butt. You're not picking the pimples on your butt because it's going to leave marks. It's going to leave black marks. It's going to leave more bumps. Like I said, with this particular girl that I'm thinking of, when I went to put her in doggy position, and I guess she wasn't tripping on it, but I opened her buns and it was pimply, it was bumpy. And like I said, I've seen that a total of 3 times in my history of sexing. So ladies, when you scrolling on Instagram or laying on the couch, watching your favorite movie or your favorite show, don't be picking your butt, picking your pimples, playing with your butt. Watch that thing if it's dirty, but don't pick your butt. I can tell you that. So that's what. No, like I said, no story to tell, but I did have something to say. Next. Oh yeah, let's fiddle. Fiddle in a body bowl. I want to get a good one, man. Red ticket. Red ticket 381. Red ticket 381. There's really no story to tell, but I do have something to say. I said that I'm gonna say something. Whatever ticket I pick, I'm gonna say something. So there's no story to tell, but I do have something to say. I actually had the girl actually stopped talking to me and she was an intelligent young lady. She stopped talking to me because of my telling her stating one simple fact that no one, whether you male, female, can hide from. So we were having a conversation or a debate about men having multiple women, and I told her it's unnatural for a man to sleep with just one woman. So the fact that I presented to her, and she stopped talking to me. She stopped talking to me. Maybe about the whole belief system that I had, but this is what broke the camel's back. I told her, on average, in the world, there are 7 men to every 1 woman. So she was talking about women being side pieces and women being side. Why would you want to be a side woman? Why would you look in yourself? Why would you look at yourself in the mirror and want to be a side piece or a side woman? So I gave her the fact that there's 7 women to every 1 man. With that being said, somebody's going to be a side. It's nothing. You cannot negate that. So, and for you viewers, answer that. Write me what you guys think about it. This is a fact. Don't tell me about it not being a fact, because this is a fact. And in some places, it's even more. But we're going to go with that ratio. The ratio is 7 women to 1 man. So who's not supposed to have a man? Who's supposed to have a man? Who's supposed to be a queen? Who's supposed to be a concubine? Who's supposed to be all these things? Who's supposed to play these roles? Because women are so, and it's an ego thing, women are so concerned about being a queen or number one. The reality is there's 7 available women to every 1 available man. So there's nothing you can do to stop it. So you need to me, and this is what I would tell, I always say this if I had a daughter, I would tell my daughter, make sure that you're the one he loves. Make sure you're number 1. And you women be saying, oh, well, make sure you're the only one. Yeah. I don't want to get too deep in that because this ain't even the story. I just had something to say. No story to tell, something to say. But with that girl, that's why she stopped talking to me. Let's get in this body bowl. We're going to go. Let's get a good one, man. I'm tired. I want to tell a story. I'm going to do them like this. You see how I'm doing them? I hope y'all can see. I'm going to look away because I don't want nobody to think I'm premeditating. Damn, another green ticket. We got another green ticket. 509. Green ticket 509. Yes. Yes. So we have a good one, y'all. We have a good one. So the name that I picked coincides with 2 other women. And the reason why is because I'm going to tell you guys a story about me having intercourse with 3 different women, 3 different times in one day. So, and that's the most I've had sex with 3 women in one day. So this is okay. I'm gonna get right into it. Let me think about it. Let me think. So when I was 23 years old, I used to work in a grocery store. So when I worked in a grocery store, and I don't know what, I don't know why, I don't know what women think, I don't know. In the grocery store, in when I was 23, I got the most numbers, most play, most women that I've ever had working at any, even as an electrician. Right now, I'm an electrician. I've got the most numbers, the most play, the most women, the most attention as a utility clerk working in a grocery store. Believe you not. Believe what they say, believe me not. Believe you me. Believe you me. The most play while I was working, and I make, even on a financial level, that's crazy. I make three times what I was making, four times what I was making now than what I was making after. But women love the grocery store. I don't know if it does have something to do with the cooking, or I don't know. But so let's get back. Let's get to the story. So these three women that I have, maybe this week, I was cracking them. I was cracking them, but I just remember this particular week. I cracked more than three. Don't get me wrong. But these, you know how when you're talking to somebody, I don't know, as a man, I'm explaining this to you, if you're a woman listening or if you're a man listening, fellas, you know how sometimes you could feel the vibe with women, and you know you gonna get the poo poo, like it's like inevitable, like it's just about being there, like it's a vibe, it's an energy. So through this week, I was macking, of course, I always was macking and whatnot, but I felt the vibe with these three particular women through this week, and I told them all that, oh, this weekend this weekend we'll see each other, whatever. So we exchanged numbers. So the three girls, and I can remember them distinctively, and I'm gonna label them as such. So the first girl, she was a college student. She stayed at a Cal State in the dorms. I'm not going to say what Cal State. The other one I can kind of distinct. I'm gonna call her Car Sex. We're gonna call her Car Sex. And the last one, and it's crazy, it was a BBW, BBW, black beautiful woman. Some women are just BWs. You guys figure that out, BW. But she was a BBW. So these three women. When did I decide? So I'm hollering. So the first girl, when she was in the grocery store, I hollered at. Actually, her mom persuaded her to talk to me, the college student girl. She was with her mom. So we exchanged numbers or whatnot, and we talked because her mom kind of like, I don't know if her mom was saying something before, but I saw her smiling at me. Then her mom kind of gave her the push. So that was the college girl. Car Sex, she was with her two little sisters. I think it was one of her sisters' birthdays or whatnot, and she was getting cake and ice cream or whatnot for her little sister. I hollered at her. Okay, we got to rate them too. I hollered at her. I seen it, and at the time, I was extremely attracted to her. I think at the time when I was 23, this probably was the most attracted to women, face wise and body wise, that I have been with, that I have been interested in. The third girl or lady, and she was a little bit older than me. I want to say 3 years older than me. She was probably 20. The BBW. I kind of don't remember. I think she hit me with the line. She asked me for something, and I was like, "Oh, what you cooking or something?" And she told me, and then she said, "What you eating?" And I think I said, because I didn't know how to cook, and I was staying by myself, so I probably said nothing or top ramen or something. That was my line because I was staying by myself and I didn't know how to cook. So she probably was like, "Oh, who be cooking for you?" That was the number one line that women were using in the grocery store when they were hollering at me. Whether I pursued first, but they would say, "Who's cooking for you?" So that was her segue to. So I told her, "You," and then she said, "I can come over and eat." So that's how I met the three girls in the grocery store. So let's rate them. The college student, face, and we're not rating on a 1 through 10. I want to rate. I might change it. You guys tell me. Should I rate it on a 1 through 10, or should I rate it like on a grade, like a school A through F? I like the A through F, but you guys tell me, are you guys more comfortable or more familiar with the 1 through 10? So rating on a grade scale, like you're in school, the girl face, college girl face, 79%. I want to push it to 80. She was cool. She was humpable and she was cool. She wasn't ugly, but I just can't give her, because I've seen so many pretty faces and been with so many pretty faces. I just can't give her a 80, but she was a 79. Body cool. Her body was like old girl that I explained the last episode, like an 8.5. 8.5. Flat stomach, bubble, big booty, and slim thick. But I like the legs to kind of be bigger, more toned. I like them big and toned. The legs, big. She had a cool little bubble. She was slim. This is the slim thick, because it was a bubble back there, and she had her stomach. She was body was cool. Body was cool. Body was probably 8.5. No lie. So that's her. Car sex face 90%. Her face was a 90%. 90%. But guess what? Body 100. Body 100. So that explains why I was on her. I was on car sex. I was on her. Face 90, body 100%. BBW. And it's, wait, do I got to give a disclaimer? BBW. Her face was 81 or 82%. BBW's face was at 81 or 82%. Body. Before the situation or the sex happened between me and BBW, I would have gave her body a 60 or something. But it's one simple thing that took place. It's one simple thing I'm going to specify, but two things took place. But one specific thing took place that made her little ranking from a 60 kind of shoot up, believe it, with the body, up to a 79 on her body while we was having the sex with her. So those are three girls. Let's get into it. So I wake up. So I'm macking the girls. I'm telling them all that I'm going to see them Saturday. So I'm plotting it out. I say to myself, Gerald, I know I don't just want to see them. I know I just don't want to date. I don't want to go on a date. I want to have sex. My whole thing is to get access to their bodies. I will say at any means necessary. Back then, now is not any means necessary. That's a whole conversation that's to be had. But back then, any means necessary, I want to have access to their body. So I'm already saying sex. So I'm like, Gerald, I'm thinking to myself on this Friday night going into Saturday, like, Gerald, you about to see all of them. What if you have, bing, a light went off in my head. I say, how about I have sex with all of them? Let me try to have sex with all of them. Not only just for the thrill of having sex, because I do want to have sex with them. Even the BBW, she was pretty. But even I want to have sex with all of them. But let's see if I can have sex with all three of them in one day. So I think this on a Friday night, and I set up the agenda. I set up the what they call the itinerary for Saturday, going into Saturday, to try to knock all three of them down on Saturday, starting with the college girl. So I drive to their campus or whatnot. Like I said, she stays on in the dorms at a Cal State campus, and I get there. She's as I remember, cool, humpable, nothing wrong at all. Not my best work, but not my worst work by far. But it's some college poo-poo. So I'm like, all right. So I go to her, whatever. We're talking, we're vibing. She's cool. There's nothing wrong with her. She's cool. Is she intelligent? For me, there's a difference between being book smart and intelligent in life. She was too young to be intelligent in life, but she was book smart. That was neither here or there for me. So we're vibing, we're talking, we're in her dorm room. Uh, it ain't really too many places we can go. She's sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on a chair. One thing leads to another. I make my move to the bed. I do my thing. She do our thing. We do our thing. But in the midst of doing our thing, this is when it gets sticky. And she has an individual story all her own. So we're doing our thing. We're in the process. And I want to remember. I want to remember it correctly. I wish I would have knew that because I would have been like, I want to remember it correctly. As we're having intercourse, she's doing this moaning thing, but it's strange. It's different. It's like it's a resistance, but it's like she's not even here. I can't explain it. And so she's like moaning, like, and also it's offsetting because I'm not even getting busy. I'm not even getting fully busy yet. And I kind of don't I remember the situation, but I kind of don't remember I just remember my reaction. It was like more of like it was hurting. And I think she said it hurt, but it wasn't like it hurt to me. It was like she was I'm just picking up the vibe. So I asked her, I said, "You okay?" And when I asked her, "Is she okay?" I looked down at her. It's like she snapped back into us. And that's why I was like, "Oh shit." Like, oh man. Like she wasn't here. She wasn't present. And I'm gonna try to think of what she was saying. I just remember it was like I'm not about to moan like a woman, but she was like, I can't. So I hope I'm describing it right. It was like I said, it was like she wasn't here, but then she's having the sex. She's here in the physical, but mentally she was somewhere else. So I'm like, "Are you all right?" So she like snaps back when I asked her, and she say, "Yeah," like she said, "Yeah." And I do I have to do the sound effects for this story and do I have to say what she said? Because I don't want to do no sound effects of no woman. I really don't. But I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to convey. Like she was kind of like, let me do it, but like she didn't want to do it, but not with me. And that's all I'm gonna tell you about that because she has a story and it's kind of it not kind of it gets deeper. But so I stopped doing my thing, whatever. And I'm like, "You okay?" After and it's like when I get her attention, she's back present, she's back in the physical. But while she's like doing her resistance moaning but wants me to keep going when I bring it to her. Oh shoot. Um, like I said, the story gets deeper. The story gets deeper because I later we dealt with each other a little more. We got to know each other a little more with her telling me, some things about her. So the story does get deeper, and it all made sense. And we had conversations about it. It all made sense when I found out the real deal. So getting back to the body bow and the story of me. So that was my one knockdown. I left the campus or whatnot. So I called car sex girl. At this time, she's not car sex girl because I hadn't had sex with her, but I'm kind of giving the story away. So I go to her house. I pick her up and I pull up and I see her and she's coming. Fire. To me, she was in between and this probably gives away what kind of women I like. The Sierra Beyonce. This is when Beyonce was hot. She's Sierra Beyonce type. She had the little 4-pack with the flat stomach, bun, pretty bun, big toned legs, pretty brown, flawless skin. That's my jazz. So she's walking, and I'm like, she looked better than she looked when I saw her in the grocery store. And I'm like, ooh, fellas, y'all know when we got a bad one and we be like, ooh. So I'm in the car and she's walking up. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, ooh, I got one. I'm like, ooh. So fire. She's fired. Like I said, body 10, face 90%. So she gets in the car, whatever. So we go get some burger. We didn't go to nowhere extravagant or nothing. And this is crazy because at this time, I was 23 in the younger time. The climate has definitely changed from what it was then to what it is now. Like we went to get burgers and chilled and just vibe and talked. Now it seems like women want you to take them to extravagant. I'm not doing that, but the climate, I just wanted to tell you, the climate has definitely changed from dating back then and sexing back then to dating and sexing now. And to be honest with you, I was just having this conversation. I don't even think it's possible anymore to reach the genuine 1,000 bodies that I've reached simply because the climate changed. Like back then, women used to genuinely, if they like you, they like you. And they're going to go with it and it's going to be a vibe. It don't have to be, you buy me this, you do this for me. You do. Now women got stipulations and conditions and they're not even genuine about the men. It's just about who could do the most for them. So I don't even think, and I think I gave the rules on the first episode. 1,000 Body podcast has nothing to do with tricking or paying. If you paying and tricking, that those 1,000 bodies, those bodies don't count. 1,000 Body podcast is genuine interest and genuine section off of your own merit and your own natural. So al natural. So that's what 1,000 Bodies is. It's, anybody could go buy. I don't buy bodies. $40 bodies, you know, what is that? So that $1,000 1,000 Body podcast is about genuine interest in having the attraction of women genuinely towards you. So getting back into the story. So she gets in the car, we go get some burgers and whatever. We're vibing, she's cool as shit. She's cool as shit, we're joking, we're laughing. She's a real cool young lady. So I take her to the speed dot. If y'all don't know what the spot is, it's like an overlook in Culver City at the little, I don't know if that's is it called the Culver City Park? I don't know what it is, but it's like an overlook of Culver City or whatever. That for me, that was the spot at the time, and I was taking them and yamming them. So I just put what I said. I said, "Hey, you want to go to the?" And she was with it. She was with everything. I ain't said, "Did you want to go smash?" But I'm like, "You want to go?" So she was with. She was cool. We vibing. We get up there, and oh, I forgot to tell you. So she got these jeans that look like they painted on, tight jeans, and she got the little what they call it. It wasn't, I guess, remember the baby fat tee, but it shows your little stomach or whatever. The little T-shirt that shows your stomach. It's not a crop top, but like a tight stomach show or whatever. So we anyway, we at the little overlook in Culver City or whatever. So we lean our seat back. She leaned her seat back. She leaned her seat back, and I'm looking like this, and I'm on her. I'm just like looking like body stupendous. So we there, we talking, we listen to music, we vibing or whatever. But Gerald, keep in mind, you want to get these 3 bodies by the end of the day. And we're getting into the darkening of the day. I already had knocked one down. So we there or whatever. And we talking, whatever. So I gotta make my move at 23. At 23, I'm kind of nervous, you nervous or whatever. So we talking, and I got my hand and I slide my little hand on her leg. Put my hand on her leg. She ain't tripping. I'm like, okay, let me take it a little further. So I start rubbing her leg. She ain't tripping. Okay, take it a little further. I'm rubbing up her leg towards her pum-pum, her stuff. She ain't tripping. So I'm, rubbing her stuff. So at this point, I'm like, I might as well see what it do. At 23, I'm still nervous. At 23, I don't know that this kind of means it don't mean it's automatic, but she's giving you the vibe, B. She's giving you the green light because she could have easily been like that. But at 23, I don't know. I'm still nervous. So I start unbuckling her pants. Unzip her zipper, da-da-da-da. Long story short, I don't know if I could give the intricacies of this rendezvous. Long story short, take off the little jeans. She had the little black thong on. Remember it vividly. Cool. Body even more stupendous out of the jeans. So I roll over into the passenger seat. I do my thing. She do her thing. We do our thing. So we do our thing, and I'm still I'm I would be cool if I didn't have this mission to sleep with these 3 women in one day. I probably would have chilled out, but I'm on this mission. Plus, I told old girl I was gonna come over and get something to eat. So whatever, she put her little panties back on, put her little tight jeans on. Pull my little drawers up, pull my little jeans up or whatnot. So we leave. As I'm leaving to drop her off, she tell me, and this is going to be preludes to the next time we have intercourse or sleep with each other. She told me she wants to lick, not suck, but lick my stuff. So I'm like, okay. Boom, dash. Last girl, that BBW. She tells me to come to her house. I go to the BBW house. Get there. She has the food ready. Think she made, I forgot, I can't, why be wanting to say tacos? I seem like I always be wanting, when they ask me, I'm saying tacos. I don't remember what we ate. But she made me some food. Boom, 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 make me the food, bam, bam, bam. So we're talking, she's cool too. None of these girls wasn't cool. I really don't see myself dealing with a girl that's not cool. Like I'm not about to even be there too long. A girl that's not a vibe. So the BBW. So I'm checking the BBW out because this is my first time about to do my thing with a BBW. So I'm checking her out. She pretty as shit. She's a little light skinned vibe. To be honest with you, she's actually Hispanic and black. She's a little light skinned vibe, and she's pretty as shit. And I'm checking her out, and I think I'm letting the mission overcrowd the actuals. But I'm still on the mission, and she cool. She cool in the face. Ain't nothing wrong with her. But she BBW, nothing wrong with it. But that ain't what I was on at the moment. But I'm on this mission. So we finished eating or whatnot, and she invites me to the room. So I go in the room. Boom. She tell me she's gonna get in the shower. She go get in the shower. I peel off because I peel. I told you guys when I was bodied up back then. When I was bodied up I'm peeling naked. I'm peeling butt naked. I'm at the drop. As soon as we come in that room, I don't know what you about to do. I'm about to get naked, and whatever happened after that happened. So I get naked, get in the bed. She go gets in the showers. She go gets in the shower and whatnot. Yada yada yada. She gets in the shower. So she comes out. She washed her hair, got the little towel on her, and she got the little silk robe on. So I'm checking out the little BBW pink little silk robe. And it is sexual. It's sexy. It's attractive. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm checking out the BBW, and I'm actually intrigued. I don't know if I'm intrigued because I'm just peeping everything to see what's really the difference. Like, what's the thing besides her being a bigger woman? Like, what's really the deal? Like I said, she's pretty in the face. Nothing wrong with the face. So I'm checking her out or whatever. So she gets in the bed or whatever. Excuse me. She drop her robe. Confident BBW. Confident BBW. You know how some women like have their clothes on and then get under the cover, then take their clothes off under the cover. BBW drop her thing. Now this is, remember I told you guys when I was rating her, she's going to do something to make her points go up. So hear me out. Check me out. Follow me. When she dropped her robe, I'm looking at her titties. I'm looking at her breasts. Maybe can I say titties? Looking at her breasts. I like breasts. I like women bodies. So of course I like breasts. Them things is big and fat. If I like big breasts, the BBW got the big things. So I'm like, hey, I like big breasts, and she got them. She got the stomach with it, but let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on what's important. So I'm like, if I'm looking for big breasts, she got them. The BBW got the big breasts. So like I said, we not Not focus on nothing else right now. Focus on the breast. So that kind of like, because I'm like, this is some cool little things. So it kind of went up a little bit. So like I said, she dropped her little pink silk robe. She get in the bed, you know? And she immediately started rubbing me, kissing me, you know, doing her thing, doing her BBW sensual thing. And it's not a BBW sensual. She's doing her woman thing. She's doing her thing. You know, I'm doing my thing. I'm more receptive because I'm peeping it out. I'm open to it. There ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm still peeping it out. So she pulls me on top of her. Wait, no, I take that back. She started giving me what can we call this? Head. She started giving me that head, that BBW head. And it's good. It's good. Was it the no? Because no, at the time, no. I can't even say it was the best or anything like that, but it wasn't bad. It was good actually. But I can't just give her that title like that, nah. But it was cool. So she's doing her thing. Boom! I got her big head. I got her big head. Her big BBW head. So she's giving me the head, and I'm with it. So then she pulls me on top of her. So I get on top of her, boom, and boom. I'm doing my thing. She doing her thing. We doing our thing. And I said, I'm about to go big on a BBW. So now I'm not even peeping no more. I'm in it now. Now it ain't even about the observation. It's about the penetration. So I'm in the BBW. I'm doing my thing. I'm acting a fool. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm acting crazy in the BBW. And let me give you this, 1,000 bodies plus. I've noticed in my 1,000 bodies plus that when I'm having intercourse with a BBW or a slightly not attractive young lady, I go donkey more. I go ham more. It's like, I don't know why. You guys give me an answer why y'all think why, or if you guys are men and you guys have the same situation or been in the same and figure, I don't know why I go crazier. What? Oh, you guys tell me. I'm gonna think about it, and I'll probably tell you on the next episode why I go more crazier when I'm doing my thing in a BBW and a slightly ugly young lady. I say ugly, less attractive young lady. Like you be going crazy. Like the nerve of you. Like I'm here. I don't know, man. You guys tell me. I'm in here. So getting back to the BBW. So BBW, boom. Now, remember what I said in the beginning of the story. She's going to do something to boost her points up, body-wise. So, in the BBW, she say she wants it from the back. The BBW tell me she wants it from the back. Okay, have it your way. I come out. The BBW flips over, and this is where points go up. When she put her arch on, the BBW booty appled up, and it was like this big, like the width. Y'all talking about girth? The width of who don't like big booties? I love big booties. So when this BBW arched up and appled up. You talking about this? No, this. So I'm like, ham. The BBW got buns. The BBW had buns. Mind you, I love buns. The BBW got it's like 4 booties. Like in one. The BBW has just went up. What have I been doing all my life? Rewind. Remember I told you I like the breast. The breast is big. They big and they pretty. But when she turn over and arch up y'all think I'm playing, but I'm dead serious. If fellas, let me know if I'm lying. If y'all did BBW, don't the booty get that big? It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. It's way bigger than your middles. So I'm doing my thing, and I'm amazed. I'm amazed at the. I'm amazed. The BBW is on in my mind consciously. This is something new. BBWs. You are in. You are in now. You are in. You can come to the kingdom. You are invited formally. If yo wait, I gotta stop that. I gotta stop that. Not every BBW when they arch apple up. So if you arch and it apple up, then you good. But if you arch and it's still, you're bad. Every BBW when they bend over don't apple up. So I know y'all was getting excited. I know y'all was going crazy. I know y'all like, yes, Gerald. Every BBW ain't a BBW. Some are just BWs. And every BBW that bend over don't apple up. So I'm talking to the BBW specifically. If you bend over and your booty get 2 sizes larger, 3 sizes larger like that, and got to hit you like this, ain't none of this like this. You are it. You can come to the kingdom. So those are the 3. So boom, I actually spent the night at the BBW house. Shame on me. I spent it because I was toasted. So that's the story of the most females that I had slept with in one day was 3. All of them have individual. I actually had more encounters with them. Each of them have their individual story. I I think with the BBW, that was just her story. Nothing more to tell except that she introduced me to the appling up of the booty when the BBW put that arch in it. Oh, and it's a little dent too. It's a little dent right in the middle that you could put your palm right there. I don't know how it comes. I don't know where it comes from, but it's a little dent right there, like a palm dent, and then the booty's that big. So that was like, I slept with her some more, but there's really no more stories. But the car sex and the college student, uh, I got them on an individual story, but this is the story about me sleeping with 3 women in one day on 1,000 Bodies podcast. Thanks for coming to another episode. If you like my storytelling, or give me some advice on how I can make the stories better, which I want to hear about. Do y'all want to hear the actual details of the sex? But anyway, like, share, subscribe, follow, hit that bell. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming. The body bow is going to do it to them. You guys, make sure you be fruitful and you multiply. Thank you.